Dame Dash is a legendary figure in hip-hop who helped launch the careers of Jay-Z and Kanye West. He went from growing up in Harlem, learning how to hustle as a kid, sweeping floors and selling newspapers, to building multiple businesses and becoming one of the wealthiest men in hip-hop. Need motivation?
Watch a top 10 with Believe Nation.
Top 10, I got a top 10. Got my motivation high for my top 10. Gotta learn from the wise women and men. All my life, like na 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 na. For my top 10, top 10, na 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 na. This one's for my top 10.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and I make these videos because you are probably the most ambitious person in your circle, but you know you're capable of more, and you get that push by surrounding yourself with the best. So today, let's learn from one of the best, Dame Dash, and my take on his top 10 rules of success. Okay, let's kick it off with rule number 1, aim for experience.
I think the test and the reason why I continually keep getting tested where people keep treating me unfair is to see if I will lose faith in people. But I'll never lose faith in people. I'll always try to invest in things and people that inspire me regardless, because my agenda is not really to rob you. It's just, I'm actually getting something out of it. So,
what are you getting? It's pretty interesting because you've had
experience, the experience. Like I said, if somebody makes a record and it's a historic record and I was in there while it was made, how many people would pay to be in the room with Jimi Hendrix when he made, Purple Haze? Would you?
Yeah.
I would. So I've been in that room a lot. I've been in a room, I got paid to be in a room that people would pay to be in while his history was made. Like, Biggie Smalls was a friend of mine, still is. He said my name in raps. Wouldn't you have paid for that? To be in the studio with Biggie or Old Dirty Bastard? I was in the studio with them. Or be in the studio with Puff when Source wrote Every Step, the Sting record. I was there. There's so many historic moments. The money doesn't mean shit. It's the experience.
Rule number 2, be ready to make sacrifices.
People read the Bible sometimes, and I think they get the message a little misconstrued. Like, the way Jesus went down was he sacrificed himself for his kids.
Right.
So his kids didn't have to feel his pain.
Right.
So I looked at that like, number 1, if you're a good guy, you're getting hung up on a cross. But number 2, you got to feel some pain so that the people you love don't.
Right.
And it just happened from God on down.
Rule number 3, think big.
People expect me to get punched in the face and not to beat somebody's ass. If I get smacked, I'm punching, period. There's a time and a place for everything. But the majority of my life, as you all see, I'm laughing, I'm happy. When I get in the ring, I'm just a fearless, ferocious fighter. I want that smoke.
Did that so-called scare the business?
What business?
Just like, the entertainment.
I'm not in that business. See, we in 2 different vibrations. I'm not in the soldier business. I'm in the general business. I'm not in the slave mentality business. I'm in the master mentality business. We playing 2 different games. When I look at something, I don't say, yo, how do I buy it? I say, how do I make it? You feel me? When I look at, I'm gonna make a TV show, I gotta have a network. I'm not making a record, I gotta have I don't look at things in that variation. I can't. I never have. I don't look at nickels. I only look at weight. I can't see nickels. I can't talk nickels.
Rule number 4, find your happiness.
Define what you consider wealthy.
Wealth is happiness completely. It's how much you laugh and how much the people you love laugh. And that's really what love is, and how much time you spend. Like sending money back to somebody like a child, it's not considered love because kids don't care about money. I remember when I was a child, all I wanted for Christmas was for my parents, for my mom to get back with my dad. And I wasn't able to give that to any one of my children. So I still have work to do. I haven't hit that wealthiness because I haven't been able to take that most important pain to a child and take that away from my children. I haven't broke that cycle. That would be wealth. If my children don't have to pick a side, if they don't have to watch us fight, if they don't have to tune out because they don't want to hear us argue. You know what I'm saying?
What's going to be the secret there? What have you learned that you'll apply?
Finding the right woman for the right reason. So it's great because I was really able to recognize it in Raquel, but I was like, nah, this time I'm staying, we're doing everything together. All that. I enjoy this too much. So it's always looking at it from my kid's perspective, my woman's perspective. I think I've learned to take my eyeballs out of my head and put it in theirs for a second to see what they see and what would make them comfortable over me. As a boss, your job is to think about your business and your staff before you think about yourself. It's the same thing a dad does, or the head of a family. So I guess me being conscious of these things at 47, being evolved enough to take the time to appreciate that's to me is wealth. You know, uncompromised, great quality of living. Like, I prefer not to live in a house that's not big and all the luxuries that I've worked so hard to get. But I think every circumstance Roc-A-Fella and I have been in, we've been equally happy, whether it's a big house or a studio apartment.
Also, if you want to learn how to have more confidence, check out my 254 series every day for the next 254 days. I'll send you an inspiring video to help start your day for free. The link to sign up is in the description below.
You know, and the one thing you have to really never do is compare yourself to other people.
Absolutely.
That's the one thing you can't do is judge your success to someone else's.
I never wanted to be a part of a crowd. I always wanted to be an individual. I hated when everybody looked the same. So it was corny to me to like something because somebody else liked it. So I was like that guy that was like, if you like it, I'm not going to like it.
Rule number 5, help others.
The thing that we haven't, as a culture, been able to do is practice nepotism.
Yeah.
We haven't been able to pass offices, but I'm proud when I walk into my spot and I got different buildings, and then I go into your spot, and you got a building,
right,
and we got our own companies, and our children could walk and do what they want and work just like they do for them.
Facts.
And it's not a color thing; it's a mentality thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And as a mentality, we have to understand. We're supposed to help each other. We're supposed to push each other forward. We're supposed to evolve each other. We're supposed to stick together. We're supposed to be honest.
Why don't we, Dane? Why
because
don't we?
people are insecure. They think it's easier to pretend than to really do it.
Is our culture insecure though?
Human nature is insecure. Everybody fights. It's not just us that fight each other.
Right.
The whole world fights each other. Our whole mentality is slavery.
Rule number 6, control your environment.
Everyone has an apartment, right? You're the boss in your apartment, right? No matter what, no matter how little it is, whether it's a big house or a little house, that space right there, you're the boss. Right. That's what your business is. That's what your life is. You create the space so you can control it. You control your environment, but you have to architect that. You want to live in a house, build it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gonna give it to you. But once you get in that house, I don't care if the president or whoever it is, anywhere, he walk in my house, Obama, you still got to listen to me in this house. It means nothing. I'm the boss here. So you create your own house. You do what you want, make sure you enjoy it, and then you get paid for it as you sell it. You got to work harder than everybody else, but it's something you can pass to your children. It's just about controlling your environment. Right. But working a little harder to do so. Like, people think it's safe to have a job, but if somebody can fire you, how is that safe? Right. You know what I'm saying?
Fact. Yep.
Period. Like, you got to be nice to somebody. If they don't like you, they can fire you. And the people that can fire you don't be owning it neither. They be supervisors. So then it becomes like political. There's no politics when you're the boss. It's my way or no way. I'm the boss. You don't take your shoes off in my house. You don't come in my house. Period.
Rule number 7, take action.
I show people based on what I go through, what not to do. You know, I don't hide nothing. You know, I've signed on to making money with the people, not from the people, with the people. I'm rich. Everybody eats. When I eat, everybody eats, and everyone will tell you that. That's the problem. Like, if I help 100 dudes and 10 run off, all right, but I'm not going to help the other 90. Yeah. It's always going to be thieves, insecure people that want to pretend they did something that they didn't. They always do. You know, that's why guys like Brian White and Josh Weber and Mike Munster try to pretend they directed my movie and I made it because I did something so cheap and so good that they were like, oh, I got to have this. And then they want to paint a picture. Like, they always try to make a good guy look bad, just so that they don't look bad. But, you know, it happens. These people are weak, and it doesn't matter what people think. It doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter. All that matters is what they do. All that matters is action. Everybody always worry about my tone. Worry about what my action. What's my action? What I say. What do I do? Now, everybody want to talk nice, but don't do shit. Everybody want to talk about things, but don't have any solutions. But they talk so militantly, but they just saying what's popular opinion, but they have no solutions. I come with a solution and I fight frontline like a king, because a king fights with everybody. Mm-hmm. I fight. I don't never send somebody to do something I wouldn't do myself. I'm about that action. I gotta be. I gotta lead by example.
Rule number 8, take responsibility.
Why did the death of your mom affect you so much, and exactly how did it affect you?
Well, number one, at that age, it was the only thing I was scared of, and it happened. So once...
Why did it scare you? I mean...
Because that's what I love my mother more than anything. You know, I was a kid that went to camp and was homesick. You know, when she went out and came home late, I would be like, you know, she's all I had. My mom, you know, I was the only child. from my mom's. So when she died, and for a child, what more do you have to be scared of, right? So when she died, I had faced my worst nightmare. So right there, I was fearless. I just wasn't scared of nothing. I just felt like if anything happened to me, I would just get to my mom quicker. And at the time, I had no kids, so it wasn't really like I had anybody to worry about but me. But then also, I was like, but if I'm going to be on this planet, I'm going to have to, take care of myself just as good as my mother took care of me. And so at that point, I had no choices. I had to make money to eat. I had to make money to live and buy clothes. You know what I'm saying? There was no option. Either she was going to make me great or I was going to make me great. Either way, I was going to be Dame Dash.
Rule number 9, be the boss.
Some of us acting like bosses,
Right.
but some of us really are.
Right.
Some of us looking like bosses,
Right.
but some of us really are. Nigga, if you a boss, where's your office? And it better be yours, you better be paying the rent. Let me
Right.
see some P&L. Let me see you pay some employees. Let me see you broke for a second because you ain't collect no bread.
That's
you know what net
facts.
30 is? All of that type shit.
Right.
If you a boss, you know about paying and all that. You know about paying people before yourself?
Right.
All that. You know about every time you start a new business, like when you make a movie and like we make movies, how
Yeah.
long it take to get the money back?
Years.
Years. Nigga, how they gonna
A
call
decade.
Look, think about how the bullshit is. Like everyone knows, like this kid puts his own money up, even for his own movie, a million
Yeah.
of his own.
Yeah.
But he's broke.
Yeah.
You know why I'm broke? Because I got money in equity in businesses. Like I don't want to drop records. I drop businesses. You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like I sell companies like niggas sell records. That's
Right,
my
right.
game. I play a different game.
Right, right.
So when niggas say, how many records you sold? I don't know how many companies I sold. I sold Rockaway, I sold Roc-A-Fella,
Yeah.
Boy. I sell companies. There's men that don't sell companies their whole life, don't know what it
Y'all
means.
sell records,
don't
I
know the
sell
problem.
companies.
And I do.
Ooh, bars.
But it's true. You know what I mean? That's like a real fact. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And every time I sell one, that means I started from scratch. That means I
Right.
had to be broke. I had to feel some pain,
Right.
pause. I had to lose, sustain, look up, and
Yeah.
then go sell it and make up some bread, pay up some bills, and start again.
There it is.
And then
That's
you flip, because I learned that from the street. Like, yo, I could buy something for $20 and sell it for 40.
right.
You know, if I break it down, I buy something for 40, break it down, sell it for 80.
Right.
That's just what I did. I made a record company so that I could do a clothing company so I could do a television network.
Right.
Flip. Next, I'm gonna flip for a
And
team
you're
or
gonna
something.
keep going. It's hard to keep a real boss down. Now,
Well, nobody never been down. See, that's
Right.
the thing. They can make you look a certain way.
Right.
But bottom line is, I don't know, man. I like when I do my Instagram, I'm not outside. I'm in the house. I'm in my office.
Right.
I'm not trying to front. I'm not posing. Like my
Right.
natural life looks like a movie.
right.
So at any time, I've never had a problem. I ran around the world and opened up galleries all over the world. Like I got DD172 in Tribeca, Poppington, and Lower East Side. I got one in Burbank, one in Hong Kong, Po Hung Fong.
Yeah.
No one ever wants to talk about that.
Right.
All the cultural things. I'm the DNA of what I want the culture to be at some point, and I want us to be tasteful. I
Right.
want us to be evolved.
Right.
I want us to deal with things like men, not emotion. I
Right.
want us to really be rich, not look rich. I want us to be friends. I want us to stick together. I want us to take care of our kids. I want us to take care of our women. I want that to be cool. I want selling out to be sucker shit. I want looking the other way to be sucker shit.
Yeah.
I want treating women bad to be sucker shit. I
Right.
want fucking with little girls to be sucker shit. I don't want people to be with people, even though they do fucked up shit. Looking the other way gotta stop. You gotta be accountable.
Why
You
are
know,
cats
people-
scared to have them conversations, Dane? Why are
I
cats
don't
scared
even know.
to say
I don't
what
know.
you...
You ask me about fear, and I don't even know what that is. The only
Right.
thing I fear is fear. So you asking me about a concept I don't understand. That's no bueno. That's not even a
Because
language I
cats don't
speak.
want to talk. People will hide and just follow
Listen,
and
when you
chase.
when you
Like,
speak
except
boss,
for people like
when
you.
you speak boss, you don't understand fear. What language is that? Fear. What
Right.
does that mean?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that? You got to translate that to me. I don't
Right.
even. What is that?
I've never
I'm
understood.
a boss. Bosses
I don't
are not
speak
scared.
fear.
You know what I mean? Like, what does that mean? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, if you're a boss, fear doesn't even come into it.
And rule number 10, the last one before a very special bonus clip, is never hustle on the crowded block.
What I do is I'm a businessman, right? In any business, the more crowded it is, the harder it is to do it. So I never want to hustle on a crowded block. So regardless of what, I'm always looking to do something that nobody's doing. So all I was looking at was what's the next wave logically. It was just logically. I was paying attention. You know what I'm saying? So once I realized it, I was like, it's the internet. Like I came up with no internet, no emails, no nothing. Like I had to pay for real estate to be seen on like, cable TV or radio. But this freedom was ridiculous. And plus, like, it was like, damn, if I know how to make this myself, like content is like currency. It's the thing that makes money forever and ever. It's like when somebody smokes a joint, the weed is gone. You got to grow more weed. When somebody looks at something, you can pay over and over again to see it, and you ain't got to keep making it. So if you make something that people see, plus when you make content, it's a commercial for everything. Right. You understand? So I just look at what people pay for and do it myself. I'm the plug. I'm never a customer on any level. So I just look at it from that approach. So I looked for the future hustle and how to be the plug at it. And then from that, it all falls into pieces. It made sense with the internet that people would be buying content. It made sense with the internet, like, oh, we could cut out the middleman. It made sense with the internet that if I have a voice, I could be heard uncensored. I'm used to complete censorship. So it made sense to do it on my own. I did all of it on my own without this. So could you imagine what I'm gonna do with this? I started sitting by the pool and smoking weed. It was like, I gotta slow down.
Now, I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're going to enjoy. But before that, if you're still here watching, I want to celebrate you. If you commit to taking action after watching this video, we don't just watch videos, we do something about it. Give me a hashtag believe down in the comments as well.
I grew up, like I was born, or like I lived on 109th and 1st, which is 1199. That's where Dave East is from. And Cam was there as well. Malik Yoba, a lot of people with it. But I used to hustle on 142nd and Lenox. And the ideals on that block is just, you're so tough about love. You do anything for your brothers and people. It's just, the bottom line is the world makes things happen to you and you survive certain things, and so other people don't have to go through it. That's our job. I just think I figured out that the way to be loved is to give love. And unless you know how to love yourself, you don't know how to give it. And I've been a person that's been making people. I've been in one-way relationships where I make people rich and they don't make me shit. You know, I give them a platform and they don't give me shit. And sometimes they kick back and sometimes they don't, but my agenda is never money. My agenda is inspiration and what I think that vibration is going to do for the rest of the world in that moment. And once I don't like it no more, I do something else. So you got to think about something, man. Like, it's not normal that a guy could just do fashion, just do music, just do electric cars, just open up art galleries, just direct. Yeah, everything I do, and I just put out a rock record. Like, I do everything. I think I'm superhuman. I know I'm superhuman because I do things that other people don't. So I'm superhuman, and I'm going to embrace that. And that means I'm a superhero, and I don't have regular problems, and I'm not going to be mad at what regular people are mad at or people that aren't doing what I'm doing.
If you want another amazing video with the one and only Dame Dash, check it out right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.